Okay, 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 History You're gonna keep doing this for like what, forever? You guys still talking about Bakhmut even with you guys lose Zaporizhia and places there? You know, it really is it's a thing, isn't it? How one person can claim to be one thing but be completely something different. This is the video you see the title is about History Legends. And another terrible video he just made today. And it's like, why? Why do you claim to be this? And cause like this video, he makes a video about, oh, Blackwood is being attacked again. And it's like, I looked around, not even everywhere else, and it says that they haven't gotten to the south. Or you talk about Soledar, like, they're not even making any progress because it's going to be the next day and they haven't made no progress whatsoever. And it's just going to be the same fights in the trenches over and over again because that's what's happening there. But he still acts like we're still in war, still that Russia's some kind of beast. It's like, why? Why you act like this to us? Why? I had a video, but I had to do it again. But it's like, his just disappointed me. Like, I used to watch his videos from before. Like, you like I used to watch his videos before for the war, and he was okay, all things considered. But then the war happened, and he just went full Russian propagandist. Every thing what Ukraine does, he either downplays it, or he says that, or try to act like it has so many problems. But when Russia destroys like one destroyed village. It's some kind of massive victory. I swear, you could watch his video, the other videos of Ukraine, and it's exactly like that. He basically ignores every issue, every problem, everything Russia does, or any little thing Ukraine has. Oh, yeah, Ukraine is frail. They're gonna fall any day now. Like I swear, it's kind of an annoying pattern with this guy. And just the casualties videos. That might have been his worst video. He literally took all of his information, or 90% of it, from 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 the Russian sources. That is infamously known to be so wrong about basically everything. And and the Ukrainian casualties? Oh, you don't have from just from one EU guy saying they had hundreds. Even though we're not sure if that's true or not. And it's like, oh, no, cause he then says that Ukraine suffered hundreds of thousands of casualties. Hundreds of thousands of casualties. They suffered so much. But the Russians, no, they took 10,000. They're all fine. Oh, the Wagner group, oh no, they only took like what, 800, and they're fine too. Oh, the LPR, DPR, oh, only 1,000 or so. It's like, what? How can you dare say that to my face and dare say that you're neutral? Russia has been suffering heavy casualties throughout the war. Even if you want to go low ball for their sake, it's still like 60,000 at most. And even then, I highly doubt that the attacking force that's been very incompetent and bloody-minded would have less casualties than a defended force. This is not the Iraq American war where America could kill off hundreds of Iraqi soldiers before they even get there. Russia is not that. Straight up, they're not that. And it's just shocking that he thinks they are. But he's always assuming that Russia is capable as America. And it's like, no. But this war demonstrates they are completely not. Like, bro. And he did say that. Like, he just said that he's neutral. Like he says throughout the video that he's neutral, yet he always acts like one of those propagandists you see in those television scenes. Like he always acts like Russia is is so not is so well, even though they lost ground after ground after ground. They lost Izium. He doesn't talk about that. Lost Izium in the Kharkov, but he basically went silent for a couple of weeks. Some people actually said in the comments because he knew that he was to be completely wrong about it. But I was like, well, Russia has some kind of special force that will defeat Ukrainians, and it never was. Also, and then in this latest video, which is like what, his 10th or 12th video, how Batman's about to fall. Like, bro, they haven't gone Batman since the last time. You literally made a video about this last month. Last month, you made a video about how they're gonna how they're gonna take Backwood, and they haven't even, and they lost that ground. Like, you may say that, oh, it's not a bad thing, but they still lost ground. So they're still not in the city. So, and they're still fighting outside of it. They haven't even gotten into the city yet. They're still outside of it. That's not you're gonna be like that you're gonna be like the general in Blackadder instead of they took this little amount of ground and say that, oh, this amount of ground is called that a success. Like, bro, I swear, he acting like those history legends act like he's one of those World War I generals that 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 even when the operation is a failure in terms of that they took not much ground, he said, oh, we took like what, 15 millimeters of 15 meters of ground. Oh, that's a good success. How many men we have lost? Like 1,000, hundreds or so. Oh, I call it a Wednesday. Like, that's what's happening in Russia. The Russian war feels like a Blackadder skit that that in real life. Like, you could literally, like, I swear someone might do a series how the black with Blackadder with Russian characters, how the Russian characters are basically having to deal with the same issues the soldiers in World War I are dealing with. And it's like, and there's World War One there, because Bakhmut has become the Verdun of Ukraine, or the Somme, or the Passchendaele. And oh, he's gonna be like, or some people are gonna be like, oh, but they have 10-1 artillery advantage. Like, how did that help? How did that help at all? They have more artillery, but that doesn't seem to be helping them now, has it? Like, they haven't broken through. They haven't been able to get into the city. They haven't been able to truly damage the Ukrainians, as far as we know. Ukraine may be taking casualties, but in terms of the attritional rate, Russia is through the roof. Like, I literally just saw a video of fields of Wagnerites or Russians or so on in the battlefield, just lying there. But oh, they only lost 10,000. Okay, like, the county one is the worst one, bro. If they only lost 10,000, why would they need to do mobilization? It makes no sense. You, by your logic, they should have more than enough soldiers to deal with everything. We're not even call mobilization. Or what about the LTV armed forces? They have said to have lost so many of them, lost about 90% of the number that have taken old people and and young people from the streets. Or what about streets? Or what about the Wagnerites having to literally recruit prisoners? Prisoners, and thousands of them. Like, that doesn't tell me that the war is going all right, or the casualties are not as bad as some people may say. Like, and you dare call yourself a neutral or historian? And you, in that video, he's like, "Oh, it's a lie that attackers say." No, it's not. When two forces have parity, because you think it's messed up because of the Iraq wars. You know why America kills more than the other side? Because of the fact it's actually good. Because they kill more, because they have advanced weaponry, better training, more air support, and heavier firepower. That's why they can dish out way more than the enemy can all the Russia is not that at all. Its artillery is nowhere near as accurate as they wish to be. They wish to be no matter how many there are, because literally there's literally, like, Dylan Burns TV. Like, I'm not a leftist, but he shows for the Russian thing that the Russians would literally waste 300 shells on one tank. On one. And you wonder why some of them are actually having ammunition problems there now. But they're gonna take Bakhmut any day now. Like, bro, what about the Germans there? Because what about the Germans? Like, the Germans in World War One, was having the same sunk cost fallacy problem in Verdun, where they had us way more artillery than the French, but they couldn't get it. But they couldn't get into Verdun. Because eventually the fighting was just gonna bog down. Because that's what World War One direct fighting is. Like we're not saying that Ukraine has every advantage in the book, but try to act like Russia is some kind of great nation. It's like you haven't seen last year all their failures. They literally said that they're gonna kill South forever, and they literally couldn't have it. Literally lost it a few weeks later. But are you gonna downplay that? But oh look what Russia's doing in Bakhmut. They're gonna take that any day now. It's like you're sounding more like those commanders in World War One, where those guys who lose hundreds of thousands of men, but don't care on that. No, yeah. But yeah, it's just a disaster. And History Legends is still he's acting like he's neutral and such. And it's just like, no, you're not. Because if you were, you wouldn't be saying all this stuff. Mm, It's tough. Um, and okay, go down a bit. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm. And it's like you. Sorry. And it's like, and you used to be cool. You used to be okay. But now he's literally writing all this crap about how, oh, Russia is the greatest country. Like, he feels like more like bullshit propaganda than an actual historian, than an actual report of the war. Because he always plays on any little advance Russia does. Because when you look at the map, the Russian advances are so minuscule sometimes that you have to look for a magnify. You have to magnify to see if they ever take anything. Because anything. And it's like, that's what you call an advance? That! You know, there was a line that a World War I British officer said. They could break into a place, but they can't break out. Because breaking in into our line is different than breaking out. Because you could break in, but if you can't utilize it, break out of the place, there is no point because you won't be able to do much, do able to do much, and you're just gonna be stuck in another battle of attrition. And I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired of him making these videos, and then I'm seeing his stupid face with those cringe titles, cringe stuff, and it's like you call yourself a historian if you act like that. Like I was waiting for Animarchy to do his video to dunk on him, but to dunk on his stupidity and talk about how bad the Russian military actually is when you look at it. But I need to make one right now because he's just been making me upset. Just because I know, because next month most likely, Bad Boy's still gonna be there. Nothing's gonna change, and he's gonna be wrong again. Because even if they do take Solidar, I don't think they're gonna change much. Because again, you expected Russia to be this be to be like the Soviet Union, but I'm gonna tell you this, people. I'm gonna do this. Russia is not the Soviet Union. Like straight up, they have not been like that since the 90s. That might be a lie they tell themselves every night, but we should not believe that at all. Russia may have soldiers, but the hardware, the training, everything else that made the Soviet Union an actual threat during the Cold War, it's all gone. There's none of that there. And we should stop lying to yourselves that they're anything but. But I guess there's still some guys like History Legends who still think there's some kind they can do all the stuff the Soviet Union did, but they couldn't. Oh well. See you guys in the next. I'm gonna do some Iron Man videos. I'm gonna be special, so see ya.